everyone. One city, one country, one state. Come kick it with your girl on a Sunday. This is an impromptu / celebration of my 3 years clean because I didn't celebrate it Friday, so we're going to celebrate it today. There you go. Waiting for some people to enter the room. Just being courteous is all. Houses in Long Island, they always found him. House in the South, a nigga barely got out. Hey, gorgeous. My niece is in the building. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you. I am G. Got Moderator in the building, which is my niece, Arthur Adrian Blyther, who is definitely enticing me into come over to TikTok. So guess what, guys? Your girl going over to TikTok. Had to make that announcement. Right? Because god dang it. Thank you, baby. Oh, I just found out for an announcement. Facebook. I was been monetized, but I was receiving monies from Facebook, but they expired because I didn't know what was the fuck was going on. Right? So it doesn't matter. Yes, I'm coming over. So look, right? I'm receiving monies from Facebook, but I couldn't get the monies because I never set anything up. So Facebook expired my money. Am I mad? Hell no. I made a money in my mind. I did what? It's nothing. It's nothing. This is the attitude that I've convinced myself. It's nothing. I'm nothing and I'm everything. Look, it is what it is my attitude. Clean and sober for 3 years straight. No breaks. No, look. I take a weekend off, get a little drink. None of that. I take a weekend off, get a little snap. None of that. No breaks. 3 years, no breaks. No breaks. I had no breaks. 3 years. Yeah. And you can go on live and get gifts and get paid every Wednesday. Oh, really? See how she's baiting me in? Okay. Every Wednesday, you say. Well, book it. Hey, niece, book it. Help me get on there, girl. Yes, let's do this. 16,000 people in the building. I'm going to get straight into the talk. Before I do, though, go check my niece's book out. Adrian Blyther, the author Adrian Blyther, the author Adrian Blyther has a book out called 73 Hours. He Never Came Home, guys. Go on Facebook, order that from my niece. It's a must read. I've read it. It's amazing. It's a tearjerker. You guys got to go check that book out. Okay? You thank me now. Don't thank me later. Thank me now. Not you. I'm talking about the people who get ready to order the book. No, I want them to thank me now. You're welcome, my love. You're always welcome. You're my baby. You are my baby. You're so welcome. Okay, now let's get into the talk, guys. But really quick, before we get into the talk, I wanted to tell you guys, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to thank my cousin, Ashley, just Ashley on here on YouTube, for subscribing to my YouTube. I have some amazing subscribers. On Facebook. I have some amazing subscribers on Facebook. mostly family and best friends on Facebook that's subscribing. So don't ever think that your family is not going to support you. Your family is just trying to get their mind and head wrapped around their problems. And trust me, they're sitting there cheering you on, and they're going to be there for you. And this is, I'm talking to everybody who's up on here. So I wanted to say thank you to everyone who congratulated me on my 3 years clean. Now, the title of this particular live stream is God Don't Give a Sue My Lou About You Prospering. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't. Not my Lord, not my God. No, who she talk to? My God, give a darn about whether I prosper. Is that what you saying? God don't give a sue my lou about your house, about your car, about your motorboat, about you going to Kansas with Dorothy and the angels and Dorothy and all the elves and shit. Look, God is not concerned with that. God does not see none of that. You are the eyes for God. God does not see that. The God that you think you're serving doesn't gives a darn. No, the God that you think that you are serving doesn't care about that. The God that you think you're serving is only concerned with you going in. God is inside the temple, has nothing to do with the material world. FYI, I'm sorry to break it to you. The God of this world is none other than you know who. The Bible is going to tell you that if you read the Bible. The God of this world is you know who. That's the God that wants you to prosper. And that's the trickster. Okay? The trickster is going to let you prosper, but the trickster is going to put obstacles in the way and have an amazing time watching you jump through hoops to get these particular things, your house, your car, everything that you get. The trickster is going to be amazed at watching you do these particular things to get what you want. I'm like, God. Now, this is me thinking God gave a crap about me prospering. God, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. How this bill come in and slide through the cracks? How this happen? How this happen and how that happen? How this shit keep popping up when I think I'm over the hump? Well, what's going on? God said, I don't care about you prospering. You better look in and get it together. That's not me. You're not, look, hey, I have nothing to do with you getting a house and getting a car and getting jobs and getting monetized. I don't have nothing to do with that. Only thing I'm concerned with is you looking to me, is you looking in at me, as you being cool with me and you, period, nothing else. It's the material realm, the God of this world, the material God, which is a part of you. Sorry to say, sorry to break it to you. That God is a part of you. I'm not going to say his name, but that God is a part of you just as much as the God that you think you serving is a part of you. Sorry to break it. I put the disclaimer in there now. I put that disclaimer in there. This is highly advanced information, honey. Because I'm celebrating 3 years clean, I felt like giving, so I gave. And so you guys, if you would like, I would not be mad if you reciprocated and $3'd me on Cash App, which is Janice, $ Janice States 1111. Again, that's $ Janice States 1111. If you $3'd me Cash App for my 3-year anniversary, I'm not going to hold that against you, I promise. But the birthday's coming up Friday, so there you go. You so many ways, so many activities. So many ways to support. OMG. So many options. OMG. I am way too funny. I don't know what y'all be thinking. I am funny. Okay. So yes, the God of this world is you know who, no none other than you know who. And that's the God that cares about you getting stuff. That's the God that cares about you materializing, because that materializing is going to be the opposite of what you're supposed to really be doing in this life. And that's going inside, realizing that you and your energy, your inner God is what's what on what's what. Hi, sweetie. God created everything. God is prosperity. Absolutely. The God of this world is prosperity. But the God that you serve, you think you serving, has nothing to do with you prospering. Does not care about you getting shit, because guess what? Everything that you get is separates. It separates you from the God within. Think about it. When you get a car, are you, it's like, yeah, that's something that's a piece of the puzzle that takes 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of your day to think about, and that's taken away from God's time. Yes, I'm telling you. Listen, in this realm, there's some sad facts that you guys don't know. This probably too highly advanced in this live stream for most of you guys, but I felt like giving. Man, look, these are seeds. Now you can throw the seeds away, or you can put them in your back pocket, because you are waking up. If you allow yourself to fully wake up to what you're really doing in this realm, why you came here, and who you're serving for real. When you think, oh, God did this, God did that for me. Yes, God did. But what God are we talking about? There are many gods. Highly advanced information. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe this is way too advanced for this particular live stream. So let's go back to the 3 years clean and sober, guys. Let me tell you my story. Hi, sweetie. Thank you so much. Lost Orbits is in the building. Why the heck is Lost Orbits not moderated? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hell no. Wait a minute. Lost Orbits. Add a moderator. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Lost Orbits. I appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you so much. Lost Orbits is a friend that, this is the type of person that I like. Forget it. Like that I'd be like a fan of. A creator. Somebody who creates shit. Somebody who understands that they are a creator. This is the type of person that I'd be like, oh, I wonder what this person doing. Something that I could see that you have created, other than what I'm doing. Good morning, sweetie. The Bud Files is in my babes, my faves. Good morning, the Bud File, my favorite YouTube family of all time, is in the building. Thank you for coming, Bud Files. Good morning, honeys. So look, guys. Oh, real quick before I go into my story as well, I'm going to timestamp this for the people who went on and is catching this late. I'm going to thank you for the like, my love. OMG. We have 1,000 people in the Facebook house. 1,000 people in the YouTube house with 3,000 likes. Now that's amazing. That math is really mathing right there. I am amazed. I am grateful for that, guys. Okay. So, white people. This is what I want to talk about. We're all white. No, she didn't say that. This bitch done gone crazy. She said we are all white. She did not say that we are all white. Yes, I did. We're all white. But guess what? We're all black too. What are you talking about, Janice? I'm talking about where we are. You got to know your location, baby. Location, location, location. And when you start digging for information like the nosy people that I am, you will understand that you are white and black. You are all that. You and everything in between. You're white and black and everything in between. I promise you. Okay? The white part of you is the part of you that you can see. Period. The part of you that has materialized. The black part of you is the part that God resides in. That primordial darkness, that triple blackness, that's what's in you. That part, that endless possibilities within you. That's your black. Okay. That's your infinite possibilities, right? Now, once you materialize, look at the sperm. The sperm is white. Yes, no. Listen, is every sperm white? Yes or no? That's all I would add. Look, what color is sperm? What color is the sperm? There you go. Okay. You white. I hate to break it to you, but it does not matter what color you are when you hit the ground, but you are white. You're a white person, and you are a black person. The eyeballs show you this, honey. The eyeballs show you. The dark part of your eyes is the spiritual, the spiral, the pupil, the pupil, the pupil. Now, the white part, the white part is the material. This is the part of you that materialized. Okay? White for the materialization. Black for the part that you can't see. The shit where your spirit hides. I mean, where your soul is. That's your blackness. That's your blackness, honey. Okay? So, pardon. When you're getting lost into color, understand you are in a hologram. What's a hologram? I'm glad you asked. A hologram, the hall of weight. Hologram, the hall of weight. What's a gram? It's weight. Hall, you're in the hall. Like the students you are. You're in the hallway. Okay? Hell, you're in hell, hologram. Okay? So, hall and the O is the infinite possibilities, the triple darkness that comes to weight, which is gram. So you in a hologram. So you really don't exist. What is she talking about? Are you okay, Janice? I think you're reaching a little bit. Okay, we'll just keep coming back and you will understand everything that I'm saying. Okay. So I think at the 20-minute mark, we will go into my story. And there you go. Okay. You are a white person. If you can see yourself, you are a white person. If you can't see yourself, you are a black person. That's how that goes. If you have materialized into this realm, you are right. When they look down on you, the gods or whatever, they see white people. Before you materialize, they see black people. Okay? There you go. You're welcome. Highly advanced information, like I said. Okay. Guys, don't forget to cash at me. These goddamn bills are not going to pay themselves. This coffee is not going to buy itself. My groceries are not going to buy itself. What are you thinking, guys? Yes. All right, so let's go on to my story. You guys know I like to joke with you guys, okay? So let's go on to the story. I am a twin. I grew up always in my mind, jockeying for a position for my mom's love. Okay. In my mind, I started to make excuses for everyone. Okay, well, my mom's doing the best she can, which is very true. My sister was born and she was like I took all the room. I ate all the food in the womb and everything. My sister was a little malnourished when she came out. So my mom, had her up on the breast. You know what I'm saying? And my mom kind of developed a real closeness to her that her and I did not have in my mind. In my mind, I felt like I did not have the right to sit down and talk with my mother about how I was really feeling. I brought that way of thinking all the way up until 3 years ago, where I've always felt like I did not have the right to tell somebody where my boundaries were, and I did not have the right to enforce my boundaries. I felt like I did not have the right, because what are you going to think about me? Are you going to think that I'm mean? In my mind, I've been bullied and treated mean all my life. So I don't want nobody to think of me as a mean bully. So I'm going to just be quiet and let people go ahead and cross my boundaries. And still, sometimes I be letting people get away with that shit. Like last week was crazy. I'm not a phone person, and that shit was like, yeah, I swear to God. I gotta start speaking up for myself, for real, for real. So if you in my space and you crowding me, you don't take offense, but I'm gonna let you know. You crowding me. I'm not I'm not that person. I'm a nice person. Absolutely. So it's gonna be hard for some of y'all to wrap your mind around the fact that I just like my space, because I am so nice. So it'd be hard for some of y'all to wrap your mind around she's nice, but she just, yeah. Try to wrap your mind around that. And don't take offense. It ain't about you. It's about me trying to grow up in my own space, feeling good in my own skin, and trying to grow up from this little kid that never felt love. Listen, I'm trying to go back and love and reparent the kid that never felt like she had the freaking had the right to tell her mom, closed mouths don't get fed. Didn't have the right to tell her mom, I don't feel loved. Closed mouths don't get fed. So I took that to school with me. And it's a what? Listen, it's in your walk, it's in your talk, it's in the way you dress, it's in the way you move. People gonna know if you love yourself, and they're gonna treat you accordingly. How else are they supposed to treat you? So I never loved myself in elementary school, and I always felt like I was, looked over in elementary school, made fun of in elementary school. But I had two friends in elementary school. We we had the most fun, but we was crazy as shit. Even the circles I hung with, as far as that really got me in elementary school, y'all probably could never. I'm telling you, y'all would be like, "Yeah, no, I don't get it. What's going on with you guys?" You know what I'm saying? Even the young ladies that I hung out with that really rock with me. I'm telling you, 9 times out of the 10, you guys would not be able to, yeah, y'all be like, I just don't get it. What are they talking about? So I did have that. I did have a good little uh, singing thing that I was in, a group called Unity Projects Image, and then I was in the group Renaissance first, and then I was in the group Unity Projects Image. Both groups were doing their thing in Baltimore City, sang at the city fair, I think 2 or 3 years straight. Did some things that I was following my dreams at that time, because I was always the one to go out from the house. And so my mother pretty much felt like, oh, the girl just don't stay home. The girl just don't. See, my mother thought the whole time that I really didn't like her like that. The whole time I think she didn't like me like that. But see, in our stage now where we are communicating, like we should have always been communicating, I found out she loved me the whole time. And she finding out I loved her the whole time. So listen, sometimes when you try to push stuff, you're going to get the opposite of the results that you want. And sometimes when you go ahead and you just let stuff go and don't address it, you still going to get the opposite shit of what you want. So you got to have a healthy balance, and you kind of got to know how to deal with the energy. It's advanced. I'm telling you, it's highly advanced, right? For me to even break it down right now. You got to just know how to be in tune with those around you to understand if you're doing too much, if you're not doing enough, if running somebody out the door, or if you not running somebody out the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, people that you interact with. Understand if are crowding people, or understand if you are being that person's people play some hell of a reindeer games, and I'll be like, damn, I feel so bad for that. I feel so bad for that, because people that do that shit be having potential. They be having everything. They be looking and smelling and doing and they play so many games because they don't see the potential in themselves. I used to do that. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I just went off on to something else. So I went ahead and got in these singing groups, loved it. But one singing group was just me and the guy, but it was other singers in that outfit. The other singing group, Renaissance, was like just a big band that I was in and a part of. So I had fun doing that. And my mom let me do it. I would go catch the bus from east side to west side, and it was nothing. It was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time. So that was high school. Now, let me go to middle school real quick. Middle school, wait a minute, make sure. Okay, middle school was fun. Way more fun than elementary. Middle school was fun. I met a girl in middle school that, listen, all the friends that I've had that are like my besties, we have kind of fought in the beginning. Not like fist fight, but like, I don't like you. I don't like you. Oh, won't you get away from me? Oh my God, you're annoying. Like that. All of my best friends, listen, they can tell you, all of my best friends were annoying to me in the beginning, and I just wanted nothing more than for them to just like go. All of my best friends. I don't know why it happened like that. And they felt the same about me. So this one particular friend, she's traveling the world right now. My best middle school friend. Well, it was three of us at that point. Me, Danny, and Danny. Me, Danielle, and Danny. So, no, Danielle and Danielle. I'm sorry. Danielle and Danielle and me. We had some fun. I don't know where Danielle is. I gotta ask Danny where Danielle is. And then Danny had a friend named Salita. And I was jealous of Salita. Oh, look, that was my best friend. But she knew Salita first, right? And her and Salita lived in the same neighborhood. So they was like, and they still are besties to this day. Am I still jealous of Salita? No. I love Salita because she loves who I love, right? But yes, her and Salita were best friends, and I was jealous of Salita. I never told her that, but I was always jealous of Salita, right? But yeah, they still best friends to this day. So, but now, so high school, mean girls, yo, I'm not gonna get into high school because it is gonna turn into me being a mean girl right now, and I'm not that girl, okay? But the shit I be seeing online, they have not lost their mean girl shit, right? So, but I'm gonna get off of that because it's not about them right now. But yes, honey, they be talking about people still talking about what people got on. But I said, damn, bitch, you talk about everything but what you got going on. Everything else. Talk about what this person can afford. What that person got on. That person ain't got no teeth. That person is this. That person is that. Listen. Thank you, Janice. So, yes, because I make myself laugh amazingly. every day. So if you guys aren't laughing, my bad, but I find it funny, okay? Okay, so me and Trina used to be my best friend in high school. We used to do that all the time. We used to be like, shoot, dude, shoot, We were so wild. Oh, we would be on the bus stop, and I swear to God, everything we would be saying and laughing at, everybody around us was scared because they was like, "This shit ain't funny." They're laughing hysterically. They're crying, laughing. They're rolling around on the floor. What is going on? I'm getting off this bus. Driver, pull over here, please. Okay, so let's get on to how I started using the drugs, guys. Shall we? So, I have a cousin that was selling drugs at the time. Now, me, I had an apartment that was behind on the rent. So I found out that my cousin was selling a little booger sugar. So I asked, "Can I sell some booger sugars with you?" She was like, "Hell no." This is before I started dancing, right? So she was like, "Hell no, you can't sell no booger sugars." So, right? So then I started dancing because my other cousin had, well, she from Philly. She from Philly, but she on my father's side, my stepfather's side, right? We had went to this club called Buns. It's a gay club. Yes, Janice loves the ladies. Probably more than she loves the meons. Okay, I love the ladies. But I don't look at ladies and be like, "Ooh, I would like to have that." No, it's not even, it doesn't go like that. But so look, so if you're around me and you're a lady, relax. Okay? Relax. You're safe. I'm not, yeah. Okay? So this is how this goes. So went to the club with my cousin, this Buns. So we're in Buns and we're dancing. We're having an amazing time. Amazing time. Well, I'm minding my business. This guy comes up to me and says, "You ever thought about dancing?" I said, "Boy, if you don't get your ass away from me about this place, ooh, you're gonna get it." So he was like, "Calm down, ma'am. Let me give you my card. If you ever want to think about dancing, you will make a ton of money. Just come on down. Here's the card. Bop, bop, bop." I said, "All right." Took the card. I was like, niggas is crazy, right? I thought that was the most outlandish, disrespectful thing that somebody could say to me. Now, meanwhile, I took the card because the money was tight, right? But I never thought I would go down. Well, my cousin that I was with from Philly, that on my dad's side, she went on and said, "Come on, let's go, let's go." So I'm like, okay. Couple weeks, I went. Ice Cube wanted to meet me. I said, "Oh, is this how this is going to be?" Made a shit ton of money the first night, couldn't dance worth shit. I said, "Yeah, book it. Book it. Yes, this is for me. I will do this for a while." Now, meanwhile, mind you, I had to drink every night and drink straight vodka every night to go up in there. So there you go. I drank in order to be able to get naked, to get bucket naked, because I was not conscious of that. Bucket naked is beautiful. So I felt ashamed of my bucket naked body, right? Now, these days, if I thought I wasn't going to get arrested, I would be bucket naked right now and not give a sue my lure. Okay? Just let you guys know. Anyways, where was I? So, yes, honey, we went on ahead and we booked it. I started doing that, getting drunk every night. Somebody turned me on. Hi, sweetie. My nephew's in the building. Hi, handsome. Oh, my handsome nephew's in the building that don't play no games. Hi, handsome. So look, right? So, what else? So we was like, in the bathroom one day. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. We in the bathroom one day. And me and the girl Riz. Now, me and the girl Riz, oh, she was gorgeous. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't look like her. I was gonna say we looked alike. No, we was just, she's way lighter than me, but she was pretty. Gorgeous. But she had a problem. She was a dope fiend. So, this dope thing everybody talked about in the club. Everybody talked about this dope thing in the club. Everybody said the girl didn't bathe correctly. Everybody said, oh my goodness, don't hang with her. And these are the same girls who wouldn't let me hang with them. My bad. Oh, look. Don't hang with that bitch. She do drugs. She'll have you doing drugs and sucking big cocks. Don't you dare hang with her. I'm like, say less. Honey Rig gets me in that bathroom one day and she's sniffing her little booger sugars. And she's like, now I'm going to tell you the main reason that people want people on drugs. The main reason if somebody pulls you into drugs, they want you to partner up with them to help buy drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because they know there won't be time when they don't have money. So now the person that you done, bought into the booger sugars is going to help you pay when you don't have money. This is the main reason that people go ahead and introduce people to drugs. That either or they're slightly retarded. One or the other. Or maybe both. There you go. So she gave me, she was like, this right here, this is the good shit right here. This, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the good shit. Now I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea what good shit is at this point. But I go ahead and I sniff the boogers, sugars. And the minute I started sniffing, the girl comes in, the biggest, cockiest, cock diesel, beautiful though. She was one of them, what you call stallions. Gorgeous. Look, Kim Kardashian, I mean, not Kim Kardashian, but what's her name? Black China stole her daughter's name took her daughter's name from this particular girl. So there you go. That's the girl's name. Came in there, big cotton diesel, gorgeous, built to the nines, built like a brick house, gorgeous, butt like a, look, her butt, I'm sorry. Let me get off to that. She was pretty. Okay? Gorgeous. Right? She was so goddamn pretty. And this girl came in the bathroom and proceeded to knock that shit out my hand. Like, smacked the shit right out my hand. I think she smacked me upside my head or something, as to where I remember. She's like, no, I better not ever see you doing that shit again. Why is you giving her that shit? You stupid ass. I mean, just cussing the girl out, cussing me out. I think I got smacked up the head. Yeah, I do remember her hitting me for sniffing that shit in the club, right? She had no reason to be in my business other than, but she did not want me to see another girl on that shit. So shouts out to you, Dream. Shouts out to you, because even as a young girl, you had a heart, you had a mind about you, and yeah, you made that money and you was gorgeous. So shouts out to you. I hope you're doing amazing in life. If I was to see you today, honey, I would give you the biggest hug and everything. So yes, honey. So after that, I never used again because that smack got me right. I never used again for a whole year. At this point, my cousin saw that I was dancing. So she had the block was selling on the block, and she was like, if you want to, you know, you can. So now she let me, honey. But what she started selling at that time, when I tried that one time, it was like, oh, hell no. It was the crack, right? So for 4 months in 1998, I was smoking crack. From April to August of 1998, I was smoking crack cocaine. Okay. Now, I'm so glad that I stopped smoking the crack cocaine after 4 months. You know why? Because that shit was eating up all my money. Eating up all my money. And then I had to go ahead and learn about, oh, somebody gave me some dope and said, look, because the alcohol wasn't bringing me down off of the crack cocaine. So there's like, somebody was like, here, sniff some of this, it'll bring you down. Guess what? It brought me down. So then I started doing the cocktail, the coke and the dope together, eating all my money up. So after 4 months, I said, okay, party's over. No more crack cocaine. The party is over. Fuck this. It's taking too much money. I'm a bum out here. Okay? I had a boyfriend, and my boyfriend was losing his mind. He was going all around town crying, slinging snot, talking about where Janet's at. She ain't been home in a couple days and all that, right? Going out to my mother's job, crying, and my mother's, calling me like, what are you doing? Right? I remember the first time my mother ever hugged me and told me she loved me with tears in her eyes is because I hadn't been home in about a week. Didn't call or nothing. And finally, I came home, and my mom was on the phone with her little friend, her little boyfriend. And I came down to see her, and she put that phone down. Well, after she said, she's home, she's home, she's home. And she was crying real tears, heavy tears, boo-hoo, snotting, crying. And that's the first time That's the first time that I really felt love from my mother. The reason why I don't tell my story a lot up on here is because it hurts. It do hurts. Because a lot of times I'm still that little girl, that bystander that's sitting there wishing that somebody would see me, that somebody would put me first. Did I gotta go talk to that girl a lot, and tell her, you're all right. You're worth it. I love you. No matter what I say up here, there's still, when I turn that camera off and left with myself and left with my insecurities and left with the past trauma that I'm trying to work on the daily basis that you guys don't get to see. That fear of when they put some shit on my door. It could be just like a thing for some like coupons. Look, it's traumatizing. I'm gonna let you know right now. Even a coupon on my door is trauma. You don't know what people be going through and what can trigger somebody to cry, what can trigger somebody to just break down. You just don't know. That's why you must be kind to people. People have shit that they go through on a daily basis that they working through. Why do you get trauma when you see a coupon on the door because it's something somebody put on my door? I went through, look, recently 2 years. I went through 2 years of them putting shit on my door, just saying, you gotta get out. You ain't paying rent. You gotta go, right? And me smiling anyway, not having no job, scared to death, fighting with my man. Me and my man was fighting. Not fist fighting, but battling, arguing. He knew how to make me feel unloved. This is why I don't want nothing resembling a relationship in my freaking space. Because I'm working on shit to try to get through this trauma, to try to to try to peel this onion, and try to get to the root, get to the core of why that girl picked up a drug for the first time. Why that girl thought it was okay to pick up that drink or that drug. Why that girl knowing, everybody telling her, look, that girl is on drugs. That girl don't bathe correctly every day. She in the strip club, fucking any and everything. Listen, this is what you want. That girl I'm trying to reach. on the daily basis. So I'm traumatized when anything get put on my door because it just gets like a knee-jerk reaction of, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Even though I'm convinced in my mind that this is all a journey, a test, a trip that I'm on, right? Pardon me. And thank you, King Maine. Oh, may God bless you too, my love. Thank you. So I'm still trying to coddle, still trying to love on that person that never felt love from anyone. And I don't think that um because of the way I operate on here, or the way I operate on here is, in spite of what's going on, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm joyous and free. I speak it out my mouth. I believe it in my heart, and I prove it in my actions. The way I interact with folks, the way I treat folks, the way how I know everything that's going on around me, but yet I stay quiet and I love anyways. So there's that. I was on them drugs. Had a truck. My grandfather got me a truck. I was the first black female hack on these streets. Well, hear me tell it anyway. I was hacking out there on these streets, right? Hacking. Look, need a hack, need a hack, need a hack. Look, somebody was telling me the other day, oh, I know. Hi, sweetie. Good morning. OMG. Hi, Tony. Hi, Monique. Hi, ladies. Can I have that face, Monique? Give me that face. I love you so much. Hi, Tony. Gorgeous. Thank you for coming, both of you beautiful ladies. My cousin is in the building, and the beautiful Tony is in the building, and the gorgeous Monique Griffin is in the building. Hi, sweetie pies. So, yes, honey. So, my granddad got me this truck, and I'm hacking all over Baltimore City, honey. Need a hack, need a hack, need a hack, right? So, my daggone neighbor had she taught me how to hack. My neighbor, she taught me how to hack. She said, "Oh, you ain't hacking? Look, the first hack I ever did was against my will." Cause she on the passenger side. We going to get some drugs. Somebody had their hand out like this. I didn't know what the fuck that was. She was like, need a hack, need a hack. I was like, what in the world? She said, yeah, girl, make some money. Put them in, made the money. There you go. Easy peasy, Japanese. So I made the money. I was out there hacking, honey. And so the other day, my friend, a friend of mine, he was like, yeah, I know you ran across some real fucked up people hacking, out there on the streets of Baltimore hacking. I said, absolutely I did. But they never got in the car. They never would get in my car. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. One thing, and this is gonna be probably offensive to some people. One thing, I ain't gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say one thing that some people have is intuition. Other people don't have intuition, but some people have intuition. right? These people immediately, when they looked in my face, they understood. They knew. Don't get in her car with no bullshit. They knew it automatically. And I'm not saying nothing about how I roll. I would have did this. I would have did that. No, honey. They saw what was around me because they were smart. They were smart. And you know what? Big ups to those guys who had spiral within them, had spirit with them, had spark with them enough to know. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So I would go out hacking, and just say if somebody out there bringing moves or going to get in my car and get out and not pay me, or try to do something like weirder than that, right? So I pulls out. I'd be like, "Where you going?" So they would like look in my car, look at me, and be like, "Go ahead, ma. Go ahead." Be like, "Oh yeah, damn, damn." So they knew it wasn't nothing that I'm saying I was gonna do to them. If they try to bring a move on me, it's none of that. You know what I'm saying? Is they saw what was around me. So I could tell that these guys, no matter what they was doing or no matter what kind of type shit they was on, they way smarter than half the people running around. Way smarter because they knew who and who not to do shit to. They knew. Smart. Some people not so smart. Not so smart. Not so smart. You do the Wayne Deal game, then you just keep on doing dumb shit. You know, come on now. Like if I listen, I'm just gonna say if I'm around somebody that studies metaphysics that knows what energy is, and 9 times out of the 10, if I'm not gonna be their friend, I'm gonna leave them the fuck alone. If I'm not gonna be nice to them, I'm going to leave them the fuck alone. I'm gonna just let you know right now. Because it says don't test the spirits. Now I'm gonna tell you what that means. Don't test the spiritual. People who are aware that God resides. Hi, sweetie. Yes, God was protecting me. This is what that is. Look, people that understand where God's location is, the true spiritual, and see the God outside of you is the God of this world. See, this is plain everyday stuff that's in your face that the Bible is telling us that we don't even realize. The God of this world, the Bible tells you who that is. So the God of materialization, the God of manifestation, the God of this world is none other than you know who. But the God that resides within is the God that we're seeking. And they saw God and all that God is, you know what I'm saying? They saw it. And shouts out to these guys because they wasn't walking around with blinders on for that moment. They saw. Okay. Hi, Bookie. Listen, Anita said, God don't play about his kids. Listen, there are no true words spoken that God don't play about God's kids. Now, listen, this is how this works. God knows all. God within you knows all. The only thing is, God within you is not concerned about the everyday stuff that the God of this world is concerned with. The God of this world is concerned with you moving, you being in motion, you materializing, you getting that house, getting that car, getting everything. But the God within you is like, how's your energy? How are you moving with people? How are you treating people? Are you loving your neighbor as yourself? Are you doing unto others as you want done to yourself? I mean, for real, because you can lie to whoever, but you can't lie to yourself and the God within you. You can absolutely do that, right? So I winded up hacking, winded up, doing that for I stopped hacking in 2020, I think 2021. Yeah, 2020. I might have did one or two hacks in 2022, but 2021, it was winding down. I just got tired of hacking. Anita, what a hack is a person, it's like a gypsy cab. So I had been doing that for years, doing the gypsy cab thing, right? But it just started getting to where I just was like, look, it's just too much energy of mine to sit there and wait for somebody to do this and wait for a hack, wait for the little couple dollars. Even if it was $20, $30, they wanted you to take them from east to west. And I was like, look, I ain't got time. Even when they look, I didn't get clean till 2022. So even when I was using, this shit was getting old. So I was like, I give up. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people putting people in my car. I'm just tired of it. So I pretty much like started winding that down in 2021. 2022, I might have had two times. Three max. Three max. So in 2022 of June the 21st of 2022, I had an overdose. Oh, yes, I had an overdose. And this was my second overdose or my third overdose. I didn't think black people could overdose, but I learned that they can. So I had an overdose where I was in my house. Everybody was home. My boyfriend and my two sons was home. I'm in the bathroom about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's nobody up. Everybody's asleep, but me. I'm in the bathroom sniffing my drugs at 1 or 2 a.m. And what happens? I am starting to slip away. I am feeling myself leave the body. I am feeling the shaking of like a bustling through my body. You know what I'm saying? But in a manner where I can't describe this feeling. It's like I was busting through the body, but it wasn't like a crash busting through. It was just like a pulling sensation of me pulling out of the body and me just drifting and pulling. And a part of me wanted to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go with the flow. A part of me was like in the clouds, right? But then there was a part of me that was horrified. Shouts out to that part of me that was horrified, because I know if I was to go to that realm on the other side with me being on drugs of my own doing, then that would be me going to a place where I would have regret. And that's what it is. Going to hell, or what they call quote unquote hell, is having regrets that you treated you and the God within you with very little respect, and you did not honor and treat the temple that God resides in very well. And the shame and guilt, I promise you, I've been on the other side and felt that shame and guilt. It's like nothing that you would ever feel in the physical. It's not happening. You can't feel this kind of feeling. Listen, the body is protecting you from the real feelings that you feel, right? And the real negative feelings, you have no idea what that's like. When you go to the other side and you experience the negative feelings, it is times 1,000. So I knew that I did not want to go to the other side feeling that type of regret, feeling that type of anguish, that type of guilt, shame, right? Of my own doing. Something I did to myself. So I just went ahead and I think I summoned the cat in my mind. I don't know, but the cat came running in the bathroom. Now, the cat had Carson, my kitty cat. I don't know where you are, Carson, but shouts out to you, Carson. So I think I summoned my cat in my head. The cat came in the bathroom in the dark. Now, Carson had a habit of putting his hand on my shoulder. He would get on the back of the toilet and like play with me, like hit me on my shoulder. But this time he got on the back of that toilet and scratched the entire hell out of me. And this is no cap. The cat took all all fours, all fives, with how many ever paws he had on his hand, and scratched the bejesus out of me. And I got up like I was fucking retarded. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So I ran in the room because I was like, fuck this shit. I ain't going out like this. I said, Tay. Oh, it was so scary, Anita. I said, I went in the room to my boyfriend. I was like, Tay, I said, I'm over. I think I'm overdosing. Blah, blah, blah. He was so mad. He didn't offer me any help. He offered me no help. He was mad. No, every boyfriend that let me just say that every boyfriend that whenever I got mad, they got mad at me for using drugs, and I was on that edge. They never helped me. They'd be like, whatever, bitch, that's your fault. Like this guy that I was dating back in '96. I'm gonna get back to the story. But one time I had smoked this weed that everybody in my family was smoking, but me, I smoked the shit and fucking lose my head. And, and I told my boyfriend, I said, I'm going crazy. I'm going to call the police. He's like, do it. He didn't care. He was like, I don't care. I don't care. That hurt me so bad. But anyway, back to this story. He was so pissed off. He was like, the fuck is wrong with you? What do you do? I thought you wasn't using no more. He cussed me out and all that. He was not concerned. So I had to get active, honey. I went into the bathroom. I'm going to repeat. Do not, while I'm streaming, do not message me. I'm not going to say it again, guys. Okay. So, yes, honey. He would not help me. He was upset. He was irritated, which I get it. I was sneaking doing the drugs, which I was doing it the whole time. He just didn't know. I'm like, how don't you know? You don't see me nodding over here. But yeah, sometimes he'd be like, you nodding. I'd be like, no, I ain't. I'm tired. Look, he an addict too, trust me. If you're using drugs and there's an addict around, they know. Listen, I can't say that. Oh no. if you're using, they don't care unless you reach out to them for help. If you're using drugs and you around somebody that has used drugs, they know. I don't care how you push the clean and sober deal, but are they looking at you like, you using? No, they look out. They look at you like, if that person ever need help, they know who to come to. Did it for 20 something years. First came up into NA when I was what? 6 months into using drugs. Didn't get clean for real up until 27 years later. So trust me, they know. So yeah, yeah. But anyway, so the cat saved my life. I was talking to God. I forget the conversation, but I remember crying. I remember being in a blissful state. And I don't know, I think this was after I OD'd. MJ, just stop it. So I think this was after I OD'd. And then I got myself together and, I got in an ice cold bath, not ice cold, but really, really, really cold bath. And got up, got some coffee or some soda. I forget. I think it was coffee. And then I was good. But after that, maybe I laid down that morning when the morning came because I knew I was out of the woods. And I think that's when I had that experience because it was more vivid than a dream where I was talking to God. I'm not sure. Because it all was like a blur now. Because I was talking to God and the cat in the dream. And I was thanking the cat. But when I think about me and that cat, I think I was thanking that cat future tense. Like, I think it was like the today me thanking the cat. Me seeing the whole picture. So I was thanking the cat. But I was back then, I was thanking the cat, seeing the whole picture of me having an amazing life, and then me thanking the cat. Hi, Vernie, Fern. Hi, Pookie. Good morning, Ook. Hi, gorgeous. My gorgeous Verns is in the building. Hi, gorgeous. I miss you, sissy. Vern is in the building, y'all. If y'all don't know about Elevate with Vern. Hi, Bookie. If y'all don't know about Elevate with Vern, you got to get into it, honey. Vern can get you right, too. Vern can get you them subscribers. Vern can get you everything you need for YouTube. And will tell you how to do it and walk you through it, honey. I'm telling you, Vern is my day ones. What's in there with my day ones. I'm going to do a tribute to my day ones, to the people who just stood by me when I had one subscriber. I love you so much, Boo Boo Kitty. So, yes, so that overdose with Carson, I thanked the cat, and I know I was talking to God. And I don't know what me and God was talking about because it wasn't something that it was audible. It was something like a whole conversation with no words. It was weird. It was a whole conversation with no words, but just elated feelings of bliss, feelings of orgasmic bliss without the orgasm. It was like, look, the orgasm of the mind is way different. You can't trump the orgasm of the mind, honey. This is why I'm not all that about sexual activities, because I done discovered something, honey. The orgasm of the mind, it trumps any orgasm you think you're going to have down there. I don't care if you're talking about the orgasm with the clitoris or the orgasm with the cervix or the orgasm with the vagina. Listen, I promise you, the orgasm in your mind, them times with God, when you really get tapped in. I mean, this is why I be listen. I see. Look, I got to be honest. This why I be up on here, because I want every single person that I have seen that's under the sound of my voice to experience God the way I experience God. Look, this God is a no judgment God. This God, this God don't be worrying about the stuff that the God of this world worries about. This God, look, when you get tapped into the God within and get those orgasms, the mind orgasms, you gonna be like, you're gonna understand why you don't need, this is an unpopular opinion, a partner. But you need people. It ain't like I don't need people. I do need people. Because the people that's around me will gauge where I am mentally. That shows me where my mental is. This highly advanced information. Right, Verns? The people that are attracted to me and that want to be around me is only a pretty much a gauge to show me where my mental is and how am I in there, with the God within. Am I around a bunch of people that don't worry about themselves, that gossip all day, that busybodies? Am I around that? Am I around people that don't realize their potential and that's try to suck the life out of others that have potential? Am I around people all day that blame others for their mishaps, their traumas and everything? Or I'm around people who done took and accept the responsibility for their own lives and for that's trying to clean up, the traumas that they have acquired. Because it's nobody to blame. When you came to this experience, you signed on the dotted line to have this experience. Now, that's unpopular. But yes, you chose to come here. God showed me all of that. The God within me showed me all of that. You're not going to get none of this information from the God of this world. The God of this world is the material God, is the white in you. Are you prejudiced, Janice, saying that? No, I'm saying that you're a white person and you're a black person. Right? You are a black person and you are the white person. The white person is the you that is material, that you can touch. That's the white person. The black person is the person that is inside of you that you can't touch, that no one can touch, that no one can get a hold of, that no one can reach. That's God within you. Well, they can reach you, but they can't touch you in a way that you don't want to be touched. This is the black you, the infinite possibilities you, that primordial dark waters you, that amazing chaotic you that that gives birth to the white you, to the you can see. So we got black people and white people on this planet. But we all come here white. Look, what color is the sperm? I say it again. The sperm is white. You are a white person. Once you materialize here, you're white. That means I can see you. When you go back to transition, now you're a black person again. Because I can't see you. This is what God be telling me. Listen. And I know it's correct information. I know it's correct information. This is what God talks to me about. This is why I stay in my closet. This is why I go ahead and do my meditations, because God will sit there and reveal stuff to me that I could not get if I'm focused 24 hours on my bills piling up. This is what the God of this world wants me to focus on. Oh Lord, I'm gonna get that bill paid. Oh, what us gonna do, Hoppo? What us gonna do? This is what the God of this world wants me to focus on. Is how I'm gonna get these bills paid. OMG, why is Facebook not paying me? Why is YouTube not monetizing me? OMG, the God of this world is excited about that. Wants me to get all these things that I'm gonna have to slave over. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. It's like you got the God of this world and you got the God within. The God of this world wants you to get stuff and is going to help you get stuff. And it's right in helping you get stuff. Because you got to have the full experience. No judgments. You can't judge nothing you go through. You can't judge nothing you see in a manner that will have you going back and saying, I was wrong. You just got to reserve judgment. Right? So you go to work every day. Let's let that represent the God of this world. You go to work every day. You think that you going to work every day. That's not something that you particularly want to do. But you do it. And guess what? The boss's aim or goal is for you not to get rich. The boss's goal is for your time. The God of this world or the boss or your 9 to 5 wants your time, wants your attention, wants you got that going life force, wants your energy. This is what the 9 to 5 wants from you. And everybody in the fucking 9 to 5 wants your time, your attention, your energy, and all of that. That's why I say I'm not cut out for this shit. This is what the God of this world represents, the 9 to 5. But creating your own shit, meaning going on YouTube, getting with like-minded individuals, seeing if y'all can collaborate. This is where you belong. You belong getting with like-minded individuals like yourself. This is creating you. This is your creation. You created the people that you are attracted to or going to. This is your creation. Now look, the job you're going to represents the God of this world. But you being on YouTube, getting with like-minded individuals, that represents the God within. The only way out is in. The boss is going to give you all the overtime you want, as they should. They're going to treat you good, as they should. But my goal is to not have to punch nobody's clock. Because I'm not a clock person. I'm an internal clock person, not an external clock person. I'm not an external clock person. I'm an internal clock person. Pardon me, guys. And before we know it, we spend less and less time with God. There you go, Anita. Yes, because the God of this world, that's what the goal is to have you off balance. But this is your cross to bear. This is your assignment to go ahead. And what is assignment? Assignment is a goal or a task, right? So the task is to face unbalance in the face and create balance. So yeah. So me as a boss, I'm my own boss. But your boss, if you have a 9 to 5, their goal is to give you overtime, to have you working, to have you be able to pay for that house, to have you to be able to pay for that car, to have you to be able to travel and do amazing stuff. But the gag is, if you have balance, you gonna come right from off of that 9 to 5 wheel. If you truly getting with God within, trust me, you gonna get off that 9 to 5 wheel, and then guess what? You gonna be getting paid to live so that you can spend your time within, going in. Right? Trust in God. Yes. Free will. God wants us to choose him. Yes, Anita. God wants us to listen. If we don't go within and choose God, that's when we miss the mark. No judgments. Guess what? They say only God can judge, but the only God that judges is the God of this world. Because that's the only God concerned with your faults and your mistakes and your guilt and your shame. That's the listen. We've been taught different. You're gonna have to unlearn all that shit. You're gonna have to unlearn the shame, the guilt, because that will keep up on a perpetual sin wheel. The guilt, the shame, the not feeling like you good enough and all this other stuff. This keeps us on a perpetual sin wheel, missing the mark. Oh, so I'm not doing this good. Oh, I'm not good in this area. So now I'm gonna point the finger at this one because this one is not doing good in that area. So let me get the attention off of me and go ahead and point my finger at this one. Look, the God of this world ain't concerned about none of that. The God of this world is concerned about that stuff. But the God within is only concerned about you. Nothing else. It's you that carry the cross of guilt, shame, and all of that. The God within is only concerned with how can I help? You home, baby. How can I help? What can I do for you? How we moving? That's the God within. That's what the God within is concerned about. It ain't nothing else that the God was concerned within is concerned about. Listen, what's your problem and how can I help? Once you realize that, Janice, I'm talking about with your whole everything. That God is not judging your fault, sitting up there, right, making notes, taking notes. That's you taking notes. That's the God of this world taking notes. The God within is like, think about this. Come on, let's use some critical thinking. If the God within was sitting here writing down what you're doing and saying, oh, where would we be? Think about it. It would not be good. All powerful, all knowing being sitting there saying, don't do this, and you did it anyway. You're going to get that immediate spanking. You're going to get that immediate punishment. It's not going to be good. But the God within is saying, listen, baby, I'm in here. Now, I don't have nothing to do with that shit out there. Look, that's not my world. Listen, if you're concerned about cars, houses, and prosperity, there's a world for that. The God of this world, he got you. But once you're ready to go in, what's your problem and how can I help? That's all I care about. This is the mind state that will give you your freedom. This is the mind state having God will have God to have the trees will talk to you, honey. The trees, listen, the tree shit is real. The tree shit is real, honey. Get out there and have a heart, your heart flowing with love. And get up on a tree. And it don't have to be no breeze coming. You get up on a tree with love and of the God within. And you just get up on that tree. And that tree will start tickling you. And you will talk to that tree and you will feel that tree answering you back. You will feel God within you. See, this is God within you actually talking and just like in my when I overdosed, when I was talking to God, it was a whole picture of it was like I can't even explain it. It was a whole conversation going on, but nothing but emotions going through. Like there was no words, just emotions. But it was words going on, but it wasn't words that I could tell you what God was saying. It wasn't like that. It was just like a whole picture of beauty and mind orgasm type shit. Mm. So this is what the energy, the inner God is concerned about is what are your emotions doing and how I can help you with your emotions. I can't help you with the stuff of this world because that doesn't concern me. Because that all that stuff, the food, the drugs, the alcohol, the sexual activity, the cars, the houses, the bitches, the niggas, the animals. Well, the animals are amazing. The animals actually bring you closer to God. But I'm saying stuff, just everything of this material world that we covet. God is not concerned with that, nor is God concerned with your judgments of others and their judgments of you. That look, God doesn't live in that world. The only world God can see or is concerned about is the world within you. That's it. This is what God is showing me. This is what God has shown me. This is listen. I cry? I cry a lot, but there are tears of different tears. Everything I do be different. It don't be like I used to be. I cry different. I think different. I walk different. I talk different. I act different. I love different. I feel different. Everything about me has changed. And guess what? It's a constant deal. It's a constant growing and it's constant keys that are being given to me, right? That I am so excited and I can't sing God's praises enough. I can't look, it's nothing else that I'm concerned about in this world. And I be like, why you do this to me, God? Why you do this to me? Why you love on me like that to where all I can think about is you? God was like, stop it. Right? I'm like, if I'm in any space I'm in at any time of any day, I'm just hearing God's voice. And everything else sounds like that's what everything sounds like to me. And I'm not even making a joke of being funny, being smart. Everything sounds like ba 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 to me. Because if I'm not talking about how amazing God is, hey, did you see them clouds? Hey, did you see that? I just am not, I can't understand. I think everybody in my neighborhood gets it. because I never see nobody. They never go to the market. I think they all do DoorDash, even though I don't see the DoorDash people coming up to their door. I think my neighborhood is a for real prop. God is amazing. I think everything is a freaking prop because how you gonna be in the neighborhood for 2 years, 2 years and 3 months and not see a damn grocery bag? No, I'm not mad at that. I go to work, come home, same amount of cars here. Same amount of cars. Like, you guys don't work? What? Please put me down with what you guys are doing. Because I want to do it. Because God darn it, nobody goes to work. Except my next door neighbor, she goes to work. She has her own business. Nobody goes to work. Oh yeah, my other next door neighbor goes to work as well. So nobody goes other than them. Because of course we gotta in this holographic reality we're in, yeah, it gotta look like people are really peopling. But god dang, everywhere else, nobody's buying shit. Nobody, I ain't seen groceries from their neighbor. All I see is cars and what me and my activity is doing. Maybe that's how laser focused I've become on trying to grow this little child within me up. I've just become laser focused on getting this little child in me to grow up. So, now I know that the title of that video, I'm going to have to change that. I may repurpose the video and stuff and just that first part because I entitled it God is not concerned with your prosperity, right? Which is the truth. The God that most Christians think that they're serving has nothing to do with you getting shit. That's only glue or another piece of something that's going to separate you from God within. So God within is not concerned about you prospering. The God of this world is absolutely concerned about you prospering. So a healthy balance of prosperity and, because listen, weight, grams, you're in a hologram, grams is weight. Weight. Money equals pounds, equals matter, equals problems. Money equals weight, equals pounds, equals matter, equals problems. More money, more problems. And the problem is not a bad thing. A problem is just a task in this university. This earth is a city in the universe. You're in the university. And a task is just something that you must get done. You must fix. You must, go in and restructure or fix or do something with, right? That's a task. It's a task. There's nothing bad in this world. It is what it is. You just have to understand what you're looking at. But you're not going to do that just listening to one live stream up here. You're going to have to go out. There's hundreds of videos, thousands of videos that I have you can look at. Trust me, you look at some of those, it's going to lead you to some other content creators that actually know what true spirituality is. It's the God within. You know what I'm saying? And making a real relationship with the God within. I have this one content creator friend that says, spirituality without changing your situation is vanity. So Spirituality and spiritual is just a spiral. It's just going in a spiral. It's just something growing, in a spiral. Right? That's spirit. Now, what your soul is doing is not always synonymous with the spirit. Everybody has a spirit because a spirit implies spunk or movement. Okay? So spirituality has nothing to do with the soul or is not synonymous with your soul. Okay? So spirituality is not good or bad. It just is. Spirituality can be, I to smack that nigga upside the head or smack that girl upside the head. Yeah, that's spirituality. You done something. You movement. You did movement, which I would never do. I don't live in that world, but I'm not judging people that do. Right? No judgments over here. So spirituality is neither good nor bad. But the soul knows that it is a timeless being that has all, that knows all, that does all. So I am going to go out on them and say maybe not everybody has a soul. Because the soul is the thing that knows. The soul is the things that stops you from doing dumb shit. The spirit, that's the smoke. That's the spiral. That's gonna do whatever it do. Everybody got spirit. That's why it's good spirits and bad spirit. Everybody has spirit. Soul, everybody doesn't have a soul because the soul knows. The soul is timeless, endless, and the soul does shit that's going to be a person with a soul going to do exactly what they want done to them. No more, no less. Listen, a person with a soul. A person without a soul but spirit is going to just be out here like a retard. Just humping, doing everything they feel big and bad enough to do, fucking people over. So a spirit and a soul is not synonymous. People got spirit, they got spunk. Spunk is neither good nor bad. No judgments, like I said. So there you go, guys. That's the first live stream for the day. I'm going for about a couple more minutes, and then I will go ahead and close this out. Hope I didn't offend nobody by telling the truth about the God of this world. That's going to make some people mad. Because if you know that the God of this world, which is in your Bible, is responsible for you getting shit, now what I'm going to do? Change your way of your thinking and don't be judgmental of nothing. Remember that movie Angel Heart? The movie Angel Heart, if you did never seen that, is with Denise from Denise Huxtable. I forget her real name. She was in the movie with Robert De Niro. So is this guy called Harry Angel. Harry Angel was a man that had made a deal with the devil, and Harry Angel did not keep his part of the bargain. So Lucifer, meaning the light bearer or the person that unveils shit, was after Harry Angel. So he said Johnny something, not Johnny Farrow. I think it might have been Johnny Farrow. Johnny Farrow, and all these names mean something. I know what all these names mean. I'm gonna break this movie down to you in another particular upload. But anyway, Louis Cypher was looking for Johnny Farrow, and Johnny and Harry Angel was going ahead, hired by Louis Cypher. So he hired the guy. Look, whole time couldn't find the guy. He had all these adventures, looking here, looking there, looking everywhere for this guy who didn't keep his deal with the devil. Looking everywhere. Where is he at? I can't find him. At the end of the movie, we've come to find out he's looking for his damn self. He was horrified. OMG. For real? You mean to tell me I'm the one that made the deal with the devil? OMG. Well, guess what? So have you. Anything that you sign on a dotted line, OMG. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, so YouTube is telling me not to say that. Anyway, when you sign something on the dotted line, now you've been given over a piece of you. So that's quote unquote selling of a part of your soul. But actually, it's not selling your soul. That's the lie. It's selling your spunk, your spirit, which is not timeless in this particular realm. Your spirit or spunk is not timeless in this particular realm, but your soul is timeless in all realms. That's the gag. Yes, honey. So you're not selling your soul when you do this, but you're selling your spunk. Okay? This your spirit, which is not timeless. So this is why they say, make your time precious, because your spirit and your spunk is not timeless. Everybody that has a spirit is not, your spirit ain't timeless, but your soul is timeless. There you go. So, yes, Harry Angel was looking for himself. Okay? The Harry Angel. The Harry Angel is you. Okay? The Harry Angle. The Harry. You're the Harry one. Angel. You're an angel. Let me stop. Okay. So we got 7 more minutes into the stream, and then we can head on out, guys. OMG. I'm just looking at this x-ray of my damn tooth, honey. I don't know. Oh, this must be under the gums. Because they look white under the gums. But on top, oh, they black. Any questions? So, yes, honey. So, babe, I got a vlog coming up, guys. Definitely got a vlog coming up that you guys may enjoy. Lots of content coming up because pretty much Facebook is telling me, okay, girl, ready, set, go. On your market, set, go. It's time to make some monies because now that you are in there, now you didn't set your money thing up with Facebook. Now, because they done took what? Like $50 from me. Because it expired. My money's expired from my earnings. They expired. So they like, okay, yeah, Thank you. Facebook is like, yeah, thank you. I'm like, damn. All that work for $50? You can have that. But yeah. So I never understood, Janice, why are you not like a money person? Why are you not? Now, yes, I'm a begging somebody. Now, I will beg you guys under the table. Like, no, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's not begging. It's that I'm advocating for myself up here because I'm doing this for a reason. It is to enlighten people, but it also is to make this my job, to make enlightening people my job, instead of doing something that I'm passionate about, my job. Now, I love my job where I work at, but that's not my passion. It's not my passion. You know, even though I would do it for free, like if I ain't had shit to do and I didn't need, money or whatever, and I just needed something fun to do, yes, I would do my job. But it's not my passion. I want to be locked in on my passion. There you go. So, guys, we have 4 minutes left for this live stream. Alright, it's some weird ass shit because I did not schedule this. YouTube got its pennies in a bunch and didn't send me my peoples. Thank you, YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube is my favorite. Facebook, I like Facebook. But Facebook really favors pictures, I don't feel like taking them damn pictures every day. Now, if I was to take pictures and, stuff like that, I would have a lot of likes and shit. Just saying, because I know how to angle my camera to make the picture look good. It ain't because I'm gorgeous or nothing like that. It's because I know how to angle the camera to make the picture look more. If anybody wants to take pictures, I'm an expert picture taker. I think the name is photographer. I'm an expert picture taker because I'm an expert at angles. Yes, cardinal water, Cancer signs are amazing at angles in the physical and in the spiritual, emotional, very good at angles. So, picture takers, anybody need that picture taken, you can DM me. I will go ahead and make you some amazing pictures. Take some amazing pictures of you. It's only going to cost $1,000 for a session. I mean, I'm not that hard to work with, Gotta know your worth. Okay. Shit. You ain't had no good. Until you be with God and God give you that mental thing. That shit, let me just let you know right now. I can have one at will. Whatever I want, and orgasm. I can have that at will. All I have to do is, it's crazy how it works, yo. When you come into consciousness, you get some gifts, and I mean internal gifts, right? Because you done tapped yourself in, you done allowed God to use you, and now God is going to like set you up, right? For some amazing gifts, right? Just like on Facebook, once you go ahead and tap into the Facebook app and do what you're supposed to do on Facebook, now you become privy to some shit that people that haven't is privy to. That's how God works, right? So when you tap into the God within and stuff, God within gonna give you some gifts, some internal gifts to where you ain't got that go nowhere. God like, you ain't got that go nowhere, honey. I got you. What you want, baby? Look, what's your problem and how you can help? What? Oh, you got a sexual addiction? I got you. Oh, what? You got eating addiction? I got you. Just listen to me. Keep your mind on me. I got you. Look, yeah, sometimes it's gonna look a certain way, but trust me, I got you. I'm telling you, you ain't got to go nowhere. I got you. And this is how God works, honey. So this is why you get some fanatics, some religious fanatics. I understand that. But you had to be able to see the religious fanatics. Some people can get uneasy with that because you have religion and spirituality ain't different. Ain't sometimes ain't different. It depends on the person and how they working with it. You're always working with the energy, which is God within. But even though some people can't articulate what's going on or what they're really doing or what's really happening, it doesn't mean that it can't still happen. So when you in church and you dancing and you getting filled with the Holy Spirit, that is real. It's because you dancing. And once you start praising God and dancing, now here you get this surge of God just surging right through you, and you like you start to feel better, you start to think better, you start listen, this stuff is real. But a lot of people attribute it to what they attribute it to. And that's not for you to judge. Is that you can't tell nobody how they relate. Because I don't want nobody telling me how to relate or to how to spirituality. Okay. We all look, all roads gonna lead to the source. I don't give a god dang what you want, what you think, all roads are going to lead to the source, baby. What is the source, Janice? It's the God within you. All roads is going to lead to that, baby. Love you guys. I wish you all peace, wholeness, everything wonderful and amazing that your hands and your heart can hold. Listen, you're going to have to march to the beat of your own drum, okay? I don't care what they say. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what they think. I don't care. Listen, the whole world could be having a conversation about you. It does not supposed to, look, compute in your mind. What's supposed to compute in your mind is how are you operating with the God within you? How do you feel? Do you feel healthy and happy? Because guess what? The world is going to get on board with you. If you get on board with the God within, trust me, it's only a matter of time before everybody's on board. It's going to take time because see what you see is out there. They ain't supposed to see what you see. What you think? You think, oh, I have this wonderful idea, and everybody's supposed to just get on board with this amazing thing I got going on. If it's that amazing, trust and believe me, they're gonna think you're a lunatic, honey. If it's that amazing, they're not going to understand what part. But you're going to have to keep going. You're going to have to not stop. You're going to have to not see the naysayers and all the Debbie Downers and everything that they're talking about. You're going to have to not see that. You're going to have to see it, but not see it. Because you're going to see all things because you got a soul. You have a soul, so you see and you know. Look, you tapped into the Akashic records. You see and you know all. But guess what? You're going to have to see but not see. Know but not know. And you're going to have to do what God is instructing you to do. And that's keeping your mind and your business on you and God. People that's doing that, I don't see them doing certain things. I just see them winning. And guess what? Winning don't and necessarily have anything to do with financial. Yes, I said it. It doesn't necessarily. I'm going to tell you what a winner looks like to me. A winner looks like to me somebody that's even tempered. That's not easy to go here, not easy to, you know, yeah, right? A winner is a person that may not be filthy rich, but is rich in everything spiritual, and you can see it when they walk in the building. They don't even got to walk in the building. You can feel it. They don't even have to come and do shit. They listen. They speak without speaking. That's a winner to me. Okay. So you're gonna have to win with what you feel is winning. No matter what I think winning is, look, I don't have nothing to do with how you win. I only had something to do with how I win. I only had something to do with what I think is a winner. That's my shit. That might not have nothing to do with you and what you got going on. This is the thing. In order to come together, we must know how to be separate. That's not right. That's not right. In order to be a part of everything you want to be a part of, you're going to have to know how to be amazing on your own. If you're not going to be amazing on your own, everybody that's winning and that's doing big shit is going to not want somebody that's not amazing on their own in their space. Prime example. For years, I had been wanting to get with this one particular outfit of conscious community people. And for years, they act like they didn't see my comments. They didn't act like they was seeing me and didn't act like. And I was like, OMG, if I can just touch the hem of their garments, if I could just be in the same room with these people. But they understood by how extremely thirsty I was to be in their space that I was not ready. Now, they were nice and they did not say that. You're not ready, sis. But the minute I stopped trying to be in their space, here comes one of them offering me a collab. Guess what? Just like with everything else. When it was offered to me, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not ready. Look, I knew it. That's why I say, let me back off because I'm not ready. I had the ability to look at the whole picture and play the whole tape out. Okay, so if I start collabing with these people, now I'm gonna be in competition with these amazing women that's in here. Now I'm gonna be, wondering how the men looking at me. Now I'm be wondering, blah 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 blah. Now see, I got all this shit running through my mind. Look, I'm not ready for all them thoughts. I'm not ready. I was able to run my whole tape and not be just wanting to be on somebody's line. Oh, I just gotta be on that line. I just gotta experience these people. Oh my God. What about me? Experiencing me. Hey, I'm lit all by myself. And this is the mindset you must have if you want somebody that's lit, or if you want the winners to look at you as a winner, which you shouldn't care, but we all do. If you want a winner to look at you as a winner, you're going to have to be a winner in your own space, not worried about what nobody else is doing. Walk in love and do people as you want to be done. And just understand, I'm amazing on my own. Bam, there you go. This is what winners look for when they're allowing people in their space. When you allowing somebody in your space, it can't be somebody that's too anxious to be there. And it can't be somebody that's willy-nilly. Yeah, I'll take it or leave it. It got to be somebody with balance. That's balance. You can't be too far. Oh, well, you don't want me into your daggone podcast. Fuck you. That's not balance. Balance is, okay, I hear you, God. Must not be my time for these particular people. It's only God talking to you, but you taking it personal. I learned. No, this shit ain't personal. This is just God needing me to finish doing or to keep doing what I'm doing for me. Guys, excuse me, I farted. Yes, honey. Oh, that smells good. Anyway, not that, the fart. If you have watched the video up until this point, please give me a heart. Please tell me I watched full video. And you could either do one of three things. Put a heart, a red or a purple heart. Either put I watched full video, or either put you farted. One of the three things. Yes, I say what I want to say up on here. My bag if you can't say what you want to say in your world. All right? So you put either one, give me a heart, or two, say I watched full video, or three, you farted. Either one is good. That way I know who is watching the entire live stream, guys. Watch to the beat of your own drum. What naysayers or what people think how you should act, how you should do, how you should be. That's not, if you're not entering their space or doing shit to intentionally invade their space, then it's not your problem what people think about you. Okay? There you go. Love you guys very much. I wish you all peace, wholeness, everything wonderful and amazing that your hands and your heart can hold, guys. Have an amazing day on purpose with purpose, guys.